Hi guys, welcome back to dubventures. You join us after we have returned home from our amazing NC500 trip in Scotland. Now, what we will say is that trip was amazing. It absolutely amazing. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a summary video today, letting you know like how much the campsites cost, how long it takes to get there. To different places, place to place, how to book it and so on. Now, we did it over 11 days, didn't we?
Yeah.
Now, you can do the NC500, in shorter days, 4 or 5 days, but obviously, you're going to be like more rushed then, you're going to be like trying to rush between places and everything. So the way that we did it isn't necessarily the way that it has to be done.
And it's not just the NC500, we did a modified route.
We did a modified route. Now this actual trip took Brooke 3 weeks to organise, and you were sort of like doing it in between work and everything, weren't you? Like different places and everything, looking, and no matter when you go camping, it's always going to be busy. So now, we didn't do any wild camping, so we booked in at campsites, so they had to be organised, and that's why we did it a few weeks before. Now, if you're thinking to do a trip like this last minute, some of the campsites might be booked and everything, so that's something that you need to obviously look into.
There's plenty of places to wild camp.
Yeah. Now, what we'll say before we start and give you all the information, if you haven't subscribed already, press that subscribe button, because then we will do more videos. You'll get notified of the videos that are coming up, and it's free as well, and it really helps our channel out, and we really appreciate it. Now, we have lots and lots more trips planned, more adventures, like going into next year and things like that, travelling abroad, some wild camping, lots of different things.
Lots of routes,
lots of routes, yeah. If you've been following our videos, you'll know that Brooke plans the routes, and the people that we're with, they were saying this route's amazing and everything. She's on it, so we've got more coming, so do stay tuned. Right, let's get straight on with it. So we basically drove for about 5 hours, and the first place that we went to, which isn't part of the NC500, like I said, we did a modified route, so some of the places, have been added on. We went to
Loch Lomond,
and the campsite was called
Trossachs
Holiday Park.
Catch me out.
I'm trying to catch you out. Now, you might see us just sort of looking away. We've got some of the information wrote down, because obviously there's a lot of things that we want to tell you. Now, we actually stayed here for how many days?
We stayed here for 2 nights.
Okay.
It cost about £56 for the 2 nights.
Now, that includes, now the prices that we're giving you at the campsite,
2 adults and a dog.
And a dog. So obviously, if you don't have a pet or there's more of you, it's going to cost more, because you pay for how many people are staying and things.
Obviously, we didn't have an awning, so sometimes you have to pay for an awning extra as well.
So yeah, so that's how much it cost.
We booked Trossachs through them independently through Trossachs Holiday Park. It wasn't on any other site, it was through Trossachs Holiday Park.
Now, rather than go through all the campsites and say we highly recommend it, we recommend
them all.
Every single campsite we went to, they were all spotlessly clean, the toilets were clean, they were all recommended, there was no issue. So rather than me go through and sort of say we recommend this, every campsite that we talk about, they're all recommended, they're all clean and everything, the facilities are fine and everything, so if we mention it, they're recommended. Now, we did actually on day 2 of staying at Trossachs Park go over to Bracklin Falls, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's a waterfall place. It's an amazing place to visit. It's only 26 minutes away, which is 14 miles from actually Trossachs Park.
There is a lot of other places that you can visit around there. But Bracklin Falls I picked because it was a place that wasn't as popular, it wasn't as well known, and it is stunning. It's definitely you should go if you're in that area.
Definitely go and check that out. So that's where we went to on the first day. Now on the second, we stayed there for 2 days. On the third day, we headed over to Loch Ness shores again. We've stayed at this campsite quite a few times, haven't we? And it's made this, we did a video a while ago, our 5 favourite campsites, and that made one of our favourite campsites. Now, from Trossachs Park over to Loch Ness, it's 3 hours and 30 minutes, and it's 138 miles. Now, again, what we will say is it did take us longer because
it was flooded, the bridge that you have to go over, so then it was a very big detour which took adding an extra 2 hours onto our trip.
Yeah, we had to actually drive past Loch Ness and then come back down to get to the campsite, because the campsite was on this side.
Gorgeous scenery that we would have never seen if we didn't drive that way, so we are quite glad.
If you are sort of going to be doing a route like this, what we will say is obviously when you go on the maps and have a look, it tells you how many miles and how long it is between places. You need to take into account the amount of times that you're going to pull over and check out the amazing scenery, because that's going to happen a lot, so add extra time for that. You booked that through, let's have a look here.
I booked that through the Camping and Caravan Club, so we're not members, so it cost us £35 for the night. So obviously if you're a member of the Camping and Caravan Club, it will be cheaper as well.
When we went, they had a new food place, didn't they? Like a cafe and everything, and the food was amazing.
The fish and chips. Definitely gorgeous.
Quite pricey. It was quite pricey for the food there,
but it was lovely.
But you know, for us, for a one-off, it was worth it. You know, we really do recommend the food. And the good thing is with that campsite, it's on 2 levels, like a higher and a lower level. Toilet facilities, big, amazing, and walking.
In the women's toilet facilities, there is a plug socket, so you can straighten your hair and dry it.
You're camping.
Priorities.
You're camping. You really need to straighten your hair. Oh. I think I've just like triggered a lot of women there. What do I do? I need to straighten my hair, but because you're always having a go at me, like saying plugs are important. I think if you're camping,
not
it
many
doesn't matter.
campsites I've been to have a plug socket, and if any campsite owners are seeing this and are about to build one, you should put a plug socket in the toilet
that's got enough like power to be able to like, you know, function your hair straighteners.
Yes.
Yeah, and anyway, so and round the back of like the campsite, you've got the actual loch is there, and you can go for a walk along the loch, and it's really nice. So that was day 3. Right, day 4. Right, so day 4, we headed from Loch Ness up to Groats. Now, the distance between there is, it took 3 hours and 20 minutes, and it's 140 mile. Now, on the way to there, we went to
Castle Gringo.
Grinigo, as we've been told. Now, from Loch Ness to the castle, it is actually takes 3 hours and 2 minutes, and it's 128 miles to the castle. Now you do sort of drive in that direction to go there, so it's recommended. You
also drive through Wick, which is a place that's on the NC500 as well, and there's supermarkets and shops and everything there.
I mean, we're not going to tell you every single like place and where we went to and we pulled over at this spot, because you know the video will be like hours long. You need to watch. There's a playlist now in our videos. If you check the playlist, you know there's like all the videos are all on there, so you could watch them all the way through. So binge watch them if you want. It's getting to winter and everything's cold, so you know do that. But yeah, like on the way there's loads of different like viewing points and things that we went to.
But the castle that we went to, I would highly recommend it.
There's
a car park and a little picnic spot. You don't have to pay to go in the castle either. There's a little donation box on the side.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So we just put a little bit of money in the donation box.
Now the campsite that we actually went to John O'Groats first, didn't we?
Yeah, because obviously you have to have a picture at John O'Groats.
Yeah, we got the
and it is a nice place. It's been done up a lot since the very first time we went. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's a lot like tidier and everything.
You do have to pay
modern
for the toilets and things there, so make sure you have a bit of change hanging about.
Yeah. So we went to the campsite called Ferry View Campsite. Now, again, if you've watched the videos, you'll know why it's called that, because
you watched it first.
That campsite, again, amazing. The lady that owns it, very friendly, very helpful.
It only cost us £20 for the night with electric. At the time, we did say that there was only 1 toilet, but since then she has been in touch, and the other bathroom is now complete, so there is 2 bathrooms.
And we will be returning to that,
will be.
because it's right at the very top of the country. You've got a base to go to. There's only 5 spaces at that, or 5 or 6 spaces, but very cosy and
book
nice.
That you have to contact the campsite themselves, so they're on Facebook and things, so if you just get in touch with them, I did it through their website, and if you just send them an email, they'll book you in and you pay when you get there.
There you go.
Or you can turn up, but it does get filled up quite quickly.
There you go. Alright, next one. Right, so day 5 we headed over to Sango Sands from John O'Groats. Now next to John O'Groats,
Sango Sands is in Ness.
Yeah, in fact, sorry,
which is one of the places on the NC500.
Yeah, it takes 2 hours and 38 minutes driving from John O'Groats over to Sango Sands, but I'll explain to you in a minute why it takes a lot longer than that, and you need to like, you know, make account for that time, because, and sorry, it's 90 mile. And it's all coastal road all the way along, isn't it?
So you do stop quite a lot.
Because it's a coastal road,
etc.
there is a lot of places where you're going to pull over. Oh, look at that, pull over, look at that. You need to add at least 3 or 4 hours onto that journey time, because no one is just going to drive straight across, because like I said, you know, there is amazing views. Yeah. Now, we went to Dunnet Head, most northerly point in Britain. Very quiet there, isn't it?
Yeah, you can do some, if you're into walking and things like that, it is a great place to walk, and
yes,
it's stunning.
Some of the views
there is a large
there.
car park up the top, but it is very windy, so if be careful.
Yeah, it is very windy.
I think one of our subscribers said they went there and they lost their rooftop box.
Yeah, no, that was at Sango Sands. That was at Sango. Yeah, that was at Sango Sands because it's windy. I mean, all along the north coast, you know, it's going to be quite windy. So, but do add extra time on. So we went to Dunnot's Head. We left there. We got to Sango Sands. So I'll let Brooke talk all about Sango Sands.
So Sango Sands is pretty much the only campsite that's in Dunnot's Head. There's only that and a shop and a petrol station in there. There's not much there, but it is stunning and there's lots of walks. To book with them, you can book online. You can send them an email only if you book in electric. Otherwise, it's a first come first served campsite. So if you want electric, just send them an email. They'll book you in, but you have to arrive at the campsite before 5 o'clock because if you don't, they give you space to another person.
There is a lot of places to visit on that coast and up there, so we're not going to go through it. So you need to do a little bit of research yourself. So
there is Shmoo Caves, which is just up the road as well, which is a very popular place to visit.
And on that journey along the way, you go through Thurso, don't you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of
supermarkets
and like local shops there, you know, that you can get supplies and everything. So when you're on that journey between John O'Groats and Sango Sands, there are places you can get supplies, so you don't need to worry about that. Right, so the day after, which is day 6, we went to Loch Ness, and so I mean, I'm not going to remember like the mileage numbers. It's 1 hour and 36 minutes, and it was 57 miles to get to there. So
the campsite was Clachtoll Beach campsite, which is on Clachtoll Beach. I might have said that wrong, I do apologise. It is stunning. It was only £26 for the night with electric. The views were amazing, the walks were amazing, and I do recommend that if you go to this campsite you need to take some extra time because the walks around this beach is amazing, and you can do a lot of like dolphin watching and things there. Yeah, we was up there, and if you've seen the videos, you know, we was watching dolphins and things, and I mean the views is really, it's a beautiful place, beautiful. Stunning. But what you have to do, if you're at the campsite, you walk along the beach and just keep going, and you'll just, it takes you in the direction that you see where you need to go, and it's absolutely amazing. Well recommended. In the toilets at that one, there is GHD straighteners and a hairdryer. I don't know what that means. Right, so day 7, the day after, we went from Loch Ness over to Ardmere. Now, Ardmere is 59 miles away, and it's 49 miles away. It took us 59 minutes. Ullapool is actually 10 minutes away from Ardmere, because Ardmere is quite a quiet little place, isn't it? Like, there's not much really there, nice. Stunning. But Ullapool is about 10 minutes away, and they've got like all facilities, supermarkets and everything. Yeah, and they've also got a lot of nice restaurants that you might want to check out as well. Now, we stayed there for 2 days. And who did you book through to do that? I book it with them, through them themselves. You did that direct with them? Yeah. And how much were the campsites? That was $26.50 a night for electric. Right. Now, I mean, like, we stayed there for 2 nights and we pretty much just had like a nice relaxing stay there, didn't we? Because we did 2 days. I mean, the views were stunning, like, of like a... And the walk along the actual seafront. And everything, like, really, really nice. And there's like some caves in that, weren't there, at the end of the beach and everything. You can go walking the beach is quite, it's like a pebbly type of beach, and it's quite difficult to walk on. So if you have any sort of like difficulties in any walking, going on the beach, it's quite difficult because like it moves, you stand on it, all moves. Really relaxing, and, so when you like walking, it's really relaxing. So yeah, so that's where we stayed on that day. So on day 8, while we were staying at that campsite, we like planned to like do a few trips. We was going to do some the day before, but we uploaded a video and had to stay in we had to stay in a car park for about 3 hours to like upload a video for you guys. So subscribe, press that subscribe button. We sat in a car park for 3 hours to upload a video for you guys because we wanted to like get it in there. But so where did we go day 8 then? So we went over to Rogie Falls, which is one of our favourite places, so you have to go check that out if you're on the route. But on the way there... That was about 50 minutes away? Yeah, from the campsite we're staying at. But before we got there, we went to... Corrie Gorge. Don't know if we're saying that right or wrong, we do apologise, but yeah. Now what we'll say is... that was about 22 minutes from the campsite. If you're scared of heights when you go there, you just be a little bit wary. It's a... it's an amazing place. Just don't look down, it is a bridge. It's quite scary. It's a long, you're only allowed long 3 way. People on the bridge at one time. Yeah, at the same time. But it does have a car park there, and the car park just asks for donations. Yeah. So then with 2 places when we were at that campsite that we sort of like explored in the area. And again, there will be more places to go to. We're just telling you guys where we went. So, right, let's go on to the next one.
So day 9, we went to Moyle Park campsite. Now from the Ardmere campsite to get to Moyle Park campsite, it took 2 hours and 23 minutes, and it was 102 miles.
So Moyle campsite I booked through Pitch Up, which is a little app or campsite that you can book through. I booked it was £20 with electric for the night. Can't comment on the bathrooms because they was shut while we was there, but they did advertise on the website that they were shut. But the campsite, stunning. The walks, it was in the middle of a forest, loads of walks, and the views were amazing. It was so peaceful. Like
I said at the beginning, like everywhere we went, it was all amazing. There wasn't any, if somebody said if you could go to any one of them campsites and stay for a night right now, we couldn't pick one because they all had such good qualities about, you know, each one and everything. And that again was a really, really, really quiet campsite,
and
wasn't
it? It was in an area called Glen. Stunning place, stunning. We would have never, it was only that campsite, we would have never found that place. But before we went to there, we did actually go and do the Applecross. Yeah, now, if you are going to follow a similar route to like what we're saying, that route between these two campsites, it won't take you the Applecross way. We actually had to like do a diversion from there to the Applecross and then come from the Applecross over to that campsite. Which added a good couple of hours.
If you're going to do the Applecross, you need to add a good few hours onto like any journey that you're doing.
We did the Applecross coastal road as well, but we went through the town Applecross, which is another place that is a really nice place to visit. Yeah,
so if you're going to do all that, obviously you need to plan extra on top of that, you know, and like obviously check your sat nav out and everything, you know, and work it all out, and do add extra time on for that. So guys, the day after much exploring in that campsite, and when we was driving back out of there and we seen all the views and everything, we pulled up. There's a lot of photo opportunities around there. That was amazing to do, add extra time for that. The day after we went to Glen Nevis, which is in Fort William. That took us an hour and 53 minutes and is 73 miles away from the campsite that we stayed at.
So Glen Nevis was £32.50 with electric for the night. Really clean site.
That campsite was the busiest campsite we stayed on.
It was very big.
It's very commercial, isn't it?
It's really nice,
but it's really clean, you know, and everything.
There's so many walks around there. I mean, a lot of people stay there because they want to go and walk Ben Nevis.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect place if you want to go and walk Ben Nevis. There's lots of restaurants, there's supermarkets, you're in the town centre. But then there's all the little walks that like we did. That was a good couple of hours up to the fortress, and you could have carried on going. Yeah,
there's a lot of places around there. To be honest, I think if we was gonna stay at Fort William again doing that tour, it's probably better to stay 2 days.
Yeah, because of how many places
there's a lot of things to do. What we will say is, if you watch the video, that walk that we did, if you just come out of the campsite, turn left, and as you keep going, you'll see there's a little path with like gates. If you take that, that's the route that took us up to where we went, because we didn't plan to do that. We just went through there and just kept walking, and that's where we ended up. So
and everything, links, there's all sorts on there. And there's a waterfall just down the road from there as well.
Yeah, and all the facilities in the campsite.
Which we didn't go and see because we walked that, but if we stayed there for 2 days, we would have done the waterfall as well.
So that's where we went then.
I booked that just through themselves, but it's easily to find Glen Nevis. It's one of the most popular campsites in Scotland.
Yeah, because obviously it's a popular
area.
And it's in Fort Williams. Yeah, so right, and then the day after we went to Oban. Now we have been told off a few times.
We're calling it Oban.
Oban.
So it's Oban.
So it's Oban. So apologies to everybody. Don't assume just because I'm Scottish that I know all the names of places. So, you know, apologies if all the names are wrong and things like that. But yeah, so the day after we went to there, that was an hour and 29 minutes, which was 51 miles away from that campsite. Can you remember what's the area called? No, I'm sorry, not the area. We just said the campsite was called Highfields campsite. Highfields, campsite. So that was our last night's stay there.
That was really nice campsite.
It was such a quiet campsite,
and you literally a 2-minute walk.
Yeah,
out of the campsite
on the beach. Yeah,
the beach is gorgeous and it's really big. It was very windy.
Again, if you go to that campsite, you just come out the campsite, you just go on a straight road and the beach is there, literally like 2 minutes. It was very windy there.
And then if you turn left and go out the campsite and keep going down to the left, there's like a little village type thing there.
Yeah.
The toilets were all separate shower blocks.
Yeah.
Stunning. And it also had like their own tent things at the back, which you can also rent, and it had hot tubs in them.
Yeah, that was like really nice. So we didn't know they had them, but I think if we went back up there, we'd possibly, you know, look at like rent stuff like that.
We did a day trip, didn't we? And we went to visit McCaig's Tower. What's it called?
Yeah. It's like a big tower.
That's been there for many years, but had gorgeous, stunning views over Oban.
But yeah, it was really good. Now, like I said, all the places that we've mentioned there, and the route that we took, it's quite brief what we're telling you. There was a lot of places we pulled over and everything, but like we said on the videos, we can't film everything.
Yeah.
We can't show you everything, but there is thousands, like literally, like probably hundreds of thousands of different like views and like areas that you can go to. You just need to go along and pick it, and that's why we've said we are already looking to go back up to Scotland at some point, because there's a lot of places that we want to check out that we didn't get a chance to check out this time. Do you know what I mean?
There's a few routes that aren't very popular, which I'm not going to name, but I've worked out some other routes in Scotland that aren't as popular as the NC500.
We're not finished with Scotland yet, guys. We're not finished.
Get to see them. I have planned a lot.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot coming up,
especially for next year. There's lots coming. Stay tuned.
So guys, there you have it. That's the summary of our NC500 trip. I mean, go and do it yourself. If you get a chance to do it, go and do it.
You'll love it.
It makes you feel a certain way, doesn't it? It makes you appreciate like just life, you know.
It doesn't feel like you're in Scotland.
No, I mean, I don't know how it's supposed to feel type of thing.
I don't know how to explain what I mean.
Yeah,
but it feels like you're abroad.
It feels like you're like thousands and thousands of miles away, like, you know, somewhere different and everything. Like I said, the further north you get, the more beautiful it is and everything. So
it's just stunning.
But we do highly recommend it, and you can like modify the route yourself. We've modified it. You can do, you know, just get up there and check it out. If you can't get up there, you know, like visit other places. You know, just get out and about. One life, live it, guys. You know what I mean? Seriously.
And if you did miss one of the names by any chance in there, just send us a message, and I'm sure I can help you with that.
If there's any information that you want, if we can answer anything, you know, anybody, if you've ever sent a comment on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram like that, you know that we reply to as many people as we can. You know,
we are sorry if we do miss an odd person, but we do try.
Yeah, but when the comments come through, you know, they can come up like quite fast, but we do try and reply to everybody. We take time and we do it. So if you've got any questions or anything, put it in the comment section. So, you got anything to add, Brooke?
Yeah,
nothing to add. You know what? We've got a lot coming up. Take our word for it. We've got a lot coming up, and we're gonna like bring you guys along to so many trips and routes and plans and things that we're doing. It's gonna be amazing, and you know, and yeah, 2020 the year been a bit sort of like a lot of plans have changed and stuff like this. But this is the beauty about having a camper van. You can adapt to what you're doing and so on. You don't even have to have a camper van. If you got a tent, if you got your legs, if you can get out. And do you know what, guys? If you can't do any of that, because we do know that not everybody can get out, we're going to try and bring you guys along as well. We're going to film things and do it so that as if you're there, so bringing you guys along, because we care about stuff like that. So if you haven't subscribed already, press that subscribe button. And you know what, guys? We appreciate you. I know you can feel it. So until the next video,
bye.
Bye for now. Bye.